welcome back. This is actually one of our first creative slash designer interviews. Okay, we're here with the founder of Boybeads, Sebastian Mitchell, and this brand is a men's semi-precious beaded spiritual bracelet company. Mr. Mitchell, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm very grateful to be here interviewing with you today.
Absolutely. Likewise, when I saw your brand, I was like, oh my God, I need to interview him and get him on here to let my, audience know about this. So tell us a little bit about yourself before we begin getting into your amazing brand.
Absolutely. So my name is Sebastian Mitchell Tarver. I grew up on a farm in Alabama. I always tell people I'm a country boy at heart, but I always wanted to get away. So I knew, like, at
Yeah.
an early age that I wanted to find my way to the city. So New York was always in my dreams. I ended up applying to a lot of schools, and I chose to go to Howard in DC. So that was my ticket out of Alabama. After that, I found my way to New York eventually, where I founded Boybeads in 2011. And the company really came from me trying to fill a void that actually started from my own personal life, where I was looking for a crystal bracelet and jewelry company for men that wasn't super, super high end, but that wasn't also, just cheap and not good. So at
Mhm.
that time, there wasn't really a lot of in between. It was either high or low. So
Yeah.
founding Boy Beads was somewhere in the middle. I wanted it to be in the middle, and I
Yeah.
think that's what we've become today.
Yeah, and I love that. Okay. And when I saw, I was on Instagram and I saw, and it just so happened that I have two sons, and they're always like, they're at that age now where they're like, oh, I want a bracelet. I want to wear this. Ask me what my
Right.
stuff is. Okay. Yeah. So when I saw, I was like, oh my God, my son, he's going to be so happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So,
right.
yeah. And you've been around since 2011, right? You
That's
said?
right. That's
Right.
right.
So yeah, I'm glad that I found your company now
So am
because
I.
yeah, and I had to share it. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, you founded the company to fill a void. I feel like a lot of people who start businesses, they do that. So yeah, I'm really excited to see the feedback from my audience because I already know. I already know. I already
That's
know.
right.
Yeah. So, how would you describe the aesthetic of your company? Like, if you had to describe it, how would you describe it to people?
I like for it to be something fresh and young, but still classic and timeless. I don't like to be too trendy. I
Mhm.
find that trends are always coming and going, but when you are that person that's, keeping it simple, not doing too much, not jumping on every bandwagon, then you can stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Um, so I really try to aspire to that. So with the company, I will always have a new collection every season. So that new collection may be like a little trendier, but I'll
Mhm.
always have my classic collection, which is our original bracelets and necklaces from the very first collection that were intended to be staple pieces. So they're not trendy, they're not really, you know, um, current, they're just timeless. So a lot of them are simple, your basic black obsidian, your tourmaline, your tiger's eye, just all year round go-to pieces, kind of like a black suit or a little black dress or like pearls, something you can grab,
Yeah.
when you need it.
Yeah. 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 I love that. Oh my God. And you guys, y'all can't tell. I said he was a fashion icon. I mean, so we're in good hands. We're in good hands, guys. So the
Thank
materials, yeah. Can you tell us about like the materials for your beads? Because I mean, they look like you said, they look classic, they look high end, they look of quality.
Absolutely. I've bought before I even knew anything about jewelry or crystals, I was always interested in accessories. I'm a Leo. We like things. We like to go shopping and
Yeah.
um you can tell even if you don't know anything about jewelry, if you're in a store and you pick something up and it's like, it doesn't have any weight to it or it feels like plastic or it just feels cheap, you
Yeah.
will know that immediately, even if you're not an expert.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't want to do that because there's so much of that already. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, there's so much of that. So my materials are always going to be natural. So that means they're from the earth. A lot of the stones, like volcanic lava or black obsidian, they come from actually within the earth's crust. They come from the earth. They're actually like rocks or glass or different minerals that merge together through volcanic activity underground. So they're all real. They're all not man-made.
Hmm.
And every mineral or crystal has some type of deeper meaning beyond just the color and the stone. Some people care about that, some people don't. You know, a lot of people meditate with different crystals, or they wear them for protection from negative energy, or, you know, to manifest self-confidence or to manifest self-love for many, many different reasons. There's a crystal for anything that you want to accomplish. And you know, I don't get too much into a lot of that online on the website because
Hmm.
I didn't really start the company, you know, with that intention. But
Hmm.
I'm definitely, you know, considering bringing that into more because the world is so different now than it was in
Oh
2011.
yeah.
People are more open to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a teacher actually. And
Okay.
I would keep crystals on my desk. Um, so I love crystals. I love
Very
amethyst.
good.
Yeah, so when I saw that was another thing, I was like, oh my God, I love this. So yeah, I love that the range of it, the price range, like I said, because I want to get it for my sons, you know,
Okay.
they're 11 and 6. So and I'm like,
Right.
okay, this is a good, okay, it's quality. I'm not gonna break the bank too much, but it's still
Exactly.
quality, you know. So I absolutely love that. So tell us a little bit about your creative process when you're designing your collections or even your staple pieces. What does that look like for you when you sit down and you actually go ahead and say, I'm going to work on this project?
I have to say, you know, most designers who do bracelets and necklaces, they have a bead board,
Mhm.
and you just take the board out, and it's got patterns that you can use. Um,
Mhm.
I tried that when I first started the company, and it just did not work for me. It felt too forced and too, you know, too
Yeah.
cookie cutter. So I can't do it in that method. For me, designing, I usually have to be in the right mood, first of all. I can't just like go and say, "Oh, I'm gonna go design my new collection today at 9 a.m." You know,
Hmm.
if the energy's not right, I can sit down at my desk and nothing will happen. Like I just can't, you know,
Yeah.
you can't force it.
Hmm.
So, you know, the energy has to be right first. And as far as like actually designing, I typically have from my classic collection.
Hmm.
I will kind of recreate those same bracelets every season, but with different crystals.
Okay.
So the pattern, I like to use patterns of three. So three different crystals and three different placements. For every season, I'll usually pick like one crystal that's gonna be like the highlight of the collection.
Hmm.
And
Okay.
I'll work around that. So I'll redo that whole classic collection, but replacing all the accent beads with that, you know, that one staple for the season.
Great.
And it's really fun. I love doing it, honestly. So I
Yeah.
really do.
I can
Yeah.
tell. I can tell. You guys definitely have to follow him on Instagram. I love your reels. Very chic, very classy, very elegant, dapper. I was like, oh my God. I told him I was very nervous coming to this interview today. I'm like, let me find my pearls. Something,
You
you
look
know.
amazing. You definitely brought the right
Thank
energy.
you.
Definitely.
Thank you. So as far as your brand, okay, when people wear your jewelry, okay, what is the vibe? What do you want them to feel? You know how people say, like, when you wear this, I want to feel whatever. Do you? And I know
Right.
there may not be one, but what are some things that you want them to kind of feel when they wear your designs?
I definitely want them to feel comfortable. You know, there's some jewelry designers or like some trendy pieces that, you know, they may be popular and they may be fashionable, but they may be too much. You know, sometimes
Yeah.
it's just too much or it's too gaudy, you know,
Mhm.
and maybe you can only wear it one time, you know, like a piece that's so extravagant and so recognizable that you
Mhm.
don't feel comfortable wearing it a lot because it's like, oh, he's wearing that again,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. So I want them to be something that can be worn multiple times. I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to feel confident.
Mhm.
And I want them to feel valued and valuable, So
Mhm.
I think when you're wearing something nice or when you're wearing something expensive, you just have this extra boost, of confidence, knowing that you have on something of quality,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
Yeah. I agree with that. And, I can say like as a teacher, I've seen, the trends and stuff that, the kids at school and adults are wearing. And I will say that now I'm starting to see a lot more fellas wearing accessories and expressing themselves with jewelry.
Finally.
Yeah, I'm saying so. Yeah, and I'm like, oh my god, I love this. Because I think it's not fair, for only one gender to be able to express themselves with jewelry. I mean, I know people were doing it back in the day, but now I'm starting to see it a lot more, and I'm like, oh my god, where'd you get that from?
I
So.
love that too. Yeah, that was another one of the reasons for founding Boy Beads. Like at that time, there
Mhm.
weren't a lot of options for men who didn't have like a huge budget, that
Yeah,
didn't look terrible. So, and men just didn't feel comfortable. There was a lot of, a different environment, right,
mhm,
among the genders as far as fashion. Like men
yeah,
were afraid to be too fashionable. There was like a negative connotation to a man who was, too fashionable.
yeah,
And it seems crazy to even say that today because it's just not really the case anymore.
yeah. People
But
don't.
a few years ago, it was a different world.
Yeah, so I'm sure you probably so even in 2011, do you feel like back then it was less of people wearing?
I really do. Especially, less custom jewelry or less,
Mhm, mhm.
less variety. Like if there
Yeah,
were men wearing it, was kind of the same thing or just a few basic, things, but there wasn't a big variety. There wasn't a lot of options the way there is today.
yeah, I agree with that. And now finally, guys, you can move away from those little, the little plastic
Yeah,
bracelets. Like a
yeah.
lot, like we have something, we can step it up a little now.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Okay, so I feel like it is our trivia time. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to, yeah, we're going to have a designer edition, guys. Usually it's author edition, but this is a designer edition. So, Mr. Mitchell, we're going to have you pick a number from 1 to 4.
I picked number 3.
Number 3. Okay, let's see here. 2 and 3. Okay, so this one says, okay, would you rather design in complete silence or while blasting your favorite playlist?
Oh, definitely blasting my favorite playlist.
Okay, blasting your favorite playlist. By the way, who are some of the people on that playlist?
So when I'm designing, I do not like to hear music with words. Like the music has to just be like instruments or like an orchestra. So I
Okay.
really love Vivaldi or Tchaikovsky or classical music.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mendelssohn. Like I don't want to hear any words. I
Yeah.
think it's distracting. Yeah.
I understand that. I completely understand that. Sometimes it just needs to be, yeah. I love
That's
that.
right.
Okay.
The
I
words
mean,
kind of get in the way of you thinking. Like even in the car when I'm driving, I don't want to hear any words. Classical music helps in
yes,
rush hour traffic. Like I don't get anxiety. I don't get, upset with people. I'm just in my Zen phase.
that is a good point. I think I'm now into that era of my life. I'm not blasting the music. I want to be, especially as a teacher, when I'm coming home in traffic, I just want to hear, need to relax.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I agree with that. I love that. Okay, so what I want to know, so right now, are you in any stores? Is that a goal for you?
Yeah, so aside from my website, I do a lot on Instagram and Facebook, but here in Atlanta, we have a partnership with The Village Retail,
Oh,
and they're located in Pont City Market. And every season, we do a new collection of 5 to 7 bracelets that we send there to that store. And they're exclusively there at the Village. We don't sell them on our website or anywhere else.
mm.
So right now, that's the one that's most important.
Okay, I love that. That's amazing. And I know people love a good exclusive piece. People in fashion and
Yes.
art, yeah, you can't get this anywhere else. So
That's
yeah.
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
I love that. Do you have a dream collaboration, like maybe a celebrity, like you know how they have like Mac has like artist that has a collection line out. Do you have a person that you'd be like, I would love to do a collection piece with this person?
I have one or two people in mind, but I
Okay.
don't want to say it
Yeah,
yet because
I
it may,
get it. I get it. We're not gonna put you on the spot. We already had our
it
what you run.
may, yeah, definitely one or
Okay.
two people. Yes, yeah,
Yeah. So guys, you know who you are. You know who you I think
that's
they know.
right. Yeah.
Okay, so where can people, I know you just said, but tell people again where they can find Boy Beads, okay? Where can they
So,
find it?
so online, our website directly, where we do direct sales and we ship directly from our studio to you, without a middleman. It's boybeads.com. Or if you're on social media, our platforms are at Boybeads on Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias, we're at Boybeads, Pinterest, and all of that. And
Okay.
yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate being
Oh my
here.
God. Yes, guys, definitely go ahead. Birthdays are coming up, Christmas, and it's always so hard. The socks, the ties, we're done with that. Okay. We have boy beads now. Um,
Yes,
I cannot wait to purchase for my sons, my dads, my uncles, brothers. I know this is great. Okay. So Sebastian Mitchell, we thank you for stopping by, giving us a little bit of your time.
absolutely. I appreciate you interviewing me today. It's really an honor. I
Absolutely.
love your channel and love what you're doing.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is one of our designer interviews, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.
Hey, have a good one.
Bye.